Peaches, and I'm jumping over both of the Halloween ones. And the only reason I'm jumping over them is because I know you and Alan talked about this.
We did, but we didn't though. I just want to know. Okay,
all right,
let me just ask you this.
There is, before we go in there's going to be Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. Halloween Kills is already in production with a plot. Halloween
do this
Ends
real quick, though.
is the last of
Do you see the fingers crossed right here? This one doesn't get pushed back and canceled because we don't know how long this bullshit's going to last. So, with that said,
this bullshit's going to last.
Yeah, this bullshit right here.
Yeah. I switched.
So,
I opened up the course. I'm sorry.
That's fine. So,
let's feel it.
You know what? Me too. So, here's the thing. I want to know what you think. With all the, let me sum it up real quick. With all the returning characters, so Sheriff Brackett's back, Nurse Marian's back. You got Tommy Doe, played by a different actor, but still the character's back. You got Lindsay Wallace coming back, the original Lindsay Wallace. With all that said, obviously Jamie Lee Curtis. You have a video of James Jude Courtney coming back as Michael Myers. Same thing with Nick Castle coming back. And then you have another guy who is a 78 version of Michael Myers that's going to be playing him. And you're getting these flashback scenes. And then you're bringing in the character of Lonnie, who you saw for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 scenes in the original Halloween. And now he's becoming a bigger character in this one. He's a huge part of the flashback scenes.
Yeah.
With that all said, what do you think about this one?
So, all right. Halloween Kills sounds like it should be the end because they're bringing everything
right. They're kind of coming full circle. Almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Halloween Kills to me.
Okay.
I'm 100% okay with it. I'm on board with it. Blah blah blah. The only thing that is throwing me from this is there's Halloween Ends, which I know you can never get enough of Michael Myers.
No, but
so you're fine. I'm sure you're 100% fine with Halloween Ends.
I am, and this is the reason why.
I feel like what they're gonna do is they're gonna make Halloween Kills, leave it on a super cliffhanger.
They actually said that they're not gonna do that. They said it will have a definitive ending. They've already. This is the big time people saying that it will have a definitive ending.
All right, so if it has a definitive ending.
But now, remember,
why do we need ends?
Well, just remember
other than the fact that Bouncer needs Michael Myers in his life more and more and more.
Just remember this though. Think about your timeline though. 78, okay. Halloween 2018. This is the new timeline. 78, 2018. Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. These 4 movies tell the story of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode. Now, the reason why I think that Halloween Ends needs to happen is for this simple reason. She got fucked up really bad in 2018. So did he.
Yeah.
But to the point where...
So what drives me crazy, though, before we go into this, is that basically everything she went through leading up to 2018 became pointless. After that first movie. I said this before, you could have done 78, you could have done Halloween 2, because it was the same night. True.
In time of frame of the movie, it was 78 and 81. True. But still, Halloween 1 and 2 were...
it was supposed to be like a continuation of that exact night.
It would be even more because, here's this guy who kills your friends in 78 and comes after you. And you think he's dead, but he's not. And now in 2018, they tell you that he's been locked away for 40 years. If you would have done 78 and then part 2, which is the same night, this man then came after her in a hospital. Killed a bunch of nurses. That's more trauma to add to your 40 years. You could have technically still said it was 40 years after.
Yeah.
He would have got they would have thought maybe, him and Dr. Loomis both blew up in the hospital. How do you come back from that? It's Michael Myers. Who gives a shit? Right. Loomis could have passed away in the fire. Yeah. But Michael didn't. Right. So then they took his ass and they put him in the hospital for however many years. And then he went back to the sanitarium and he sat for 40 years. That would have added to her trauma. Right. Okay, I get why they took it out, whatever, what have you. They didn't want that brother-sister connection. Yeah. That's the main reason why. So 78, 2018, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. The reason why Halloween Kills, there's a purpose and there's a reason for Halloween Ends. She got messed up to the point where she's going to be in the hospital. She's probably not going to be a big, huge factor in this movie till probably 45 minutes to 50 minutes into that sucker. And then she's going to probably pull out some IVs and say, fuck it, I'm going to fight. And really, what big of a factor is she going to be? You're probably going to have to kill her daughter, because she's got to go. Yeah, no, you have to, because she was a bitch in 2018.
Yeah, but still.
No,
it's her daughter.
But she's got to go, though, because the granddaughter is the new Laurie Strode, and that's when that's going to take over in Halloween Ends, I think. Like, you got to kill Laurie Strode in Halloween Ends. You have to. You have no choice.
Unless you do kill her like they did. Spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen Star Wars.
Yeah.
They kill Han Solo.
Yeah. But he's still back, and then the...
Well, no, they kill him in the...
I know
the one right before The Last Jedi. I can't remember the name.
Force Awakens. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They kill him in Force Awakens. But it still goes on.
Right.
You know? So they can kill her in Halloween Kills.
Carrie Fisher passed away in real life, and she still made it through, you know, to the 2 movies after that. Yeah.
But they kill her in Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
And now it's about her granddaughter in Halloween Ends.
I think she's going to make it to Halloween Ends, but I think she's going to die early. Only because now then the granddaughter now takes over. The question is, do you kill Michael Myers? Because this is ending...
If you're going to call it Halloween Ends...
You kind of have to.
It has to end.
Or he kills the entire family and then he moves on.
Disappears.
He just...
He evaporates. He never existed.
He's like, I don't feel so well. He just starts going, man. Like, hey.
That movie starts where Avengers Infinity War ended.
Right, and then Samuel L. Jackson pops in. Motherfucker! Boom. Michael just disappears. No, see, you know, obviously I'm going to go thumbs up on Halloween Kills and Ends, but...
I mean, I'm not going to go thumbs down on either of them.
My man.
Because, again, I think I've said this before, Halloween was the first slasher killer movie I've ever seen. So I cannot say no to that.
You know, it's funny, I talk about, a lot of people say, what's the first horror movie you remember seeing? I don't think I've ever asked you that. What's the first horror movie you remember seeing at a young age?
First horror movie, alright, the first horror-esque movie I ever saw, horror-esque, was Predator.
That can still fuck you up,
though. When I was that age, though, that I saw it, and I was young, I think I was like 2nd grade when I saw it. It didn't scare me whatsoever.
Right.
It was, this is really cool.
But that kind of
Schwarzenegger, please fuck him up, you know.
That kind of sticks with you.
So, well, the first horror movie I ever saw, like straight up horror movie I ever saw, was Cat's Eye.
Oh, I love that one, man.
Yes.
Well, you know I love
Drew Barrymore, Stephen King movie.
Which is, we're going to hit up an anthologies. We've been talking about this for how long? We got to do an anthologies episode, because I love anthologies.
Yeah.
That's a great movie, though.
It is. That was and my dad rented it for us. And not knowing that it was a horror movie.
Oh, he didn't know.
No.
Oh, shit. Well,
and
you know,
I watched
the cover is kind of deceiving. Though.
Right. Well, it's just a girl holding a cat on the cover.
Yeah, and it makes you think, oh, this might be so bad.
Yeah. But at the same time, at that time, video stores, the VHSs were sectioned by category.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I mean, he walked through that horror section and found this movie. But he claims he didn't know it was a horror movie.
He knew. He was like, hey, we're going to let you watch
this. He's like, hey, I'm going to fuck my kid's life up. Here we go.
What was your favorite story in that one, though? Do you have a favorite in that one?
So, I watched it.
Yeah.
As a kid, obviously.
Okay.
And the only thing I really remember was the freaking troll.
Yep.
That came out. And the cat chase after him.
Yeah. Remember when he was on the record player? He'd spin around and, oh, man, dude.
Now, if you want to talk about first horror movie that actually fucked me up.
All right.
Pulse. And I think we talked about
that. We did, yeah. That was one of you. I think that was one of the ones you picked for your when we went through
Halloween
with it. Yeah, that was on your list. Yeah.
Because that one made me sit outside of the bathroom door for I don't even know how long.
Yes, it messes with you, man.
Because I was afraid my mom or my dad or my sisters were gonna burn alive in a shower.
Right, that shit's creepy, dude.
It is.
I think the first 2 that I remember seeing at a young age was Friday the 13th Part 2, and I have talked about this.
Yeah,
before.
you have.
That scene where Jason jumps through the window,
and grabs
the fuck out of me, dude. So much so that, like, even as an adult, when I was older, like my friend Jesse would fuck with me. Like, if that movie was on, I had to get up from where I was sitting if I was by a window because it literally like made me think he's gonna jump in and get me. And then of course Halloween. So those were my 2 that I remember seeing. And for the longest time, I was scared shitless of Michael Myers too. The music creeped me out. Just his overall appearance. And then I met Dick Warlock, who played Michael Myers in Halloween 2, and I saw this little old man.
And it wasn't so scary anymore.
And I was like, wow, like, that's it. and he was super nice. He even had the stuff with him, and God, I wish I had fucking took him up on this offer. He was like, I can show it to you, and I was like, no, thank you. I was scared. I still had that. Oh God, you're right, dude. He had the mask, he had the scalpel, and the coveralls.
Show it to you.
My God, right now I'd be like, he sold that stuff since then. He has sold the stuff since then. Yeah, he has.
Sure, you could have probably showed it to you and been like, "Do you want to buy it?"
Man, yeah, but at that age, I'd be like, "You got here's $5, dude." Like, just saying. He was so nice that when I met him, he signed my DVD. And what was funny was he put, Dick Warlock, Michael Myers, and he put a little arrow, and it pointed. He says, "Cop number 3," and he goes, "Did you know that was me?" I said, "Actually, I did. Like, I know my Halloween stuff." And then he signed a what the hell else did he sign for me? He signed something else for me that day too. And he looked at me and he goes, "I don't want to charge you, but the wife makes me do it." And I was like, that. The first impression of meeting someone like that, I was like, that is well worth the $20. Like, thank you, and like, I just stood there and talked to him for like half an hour. You don't get that, man. Sometimes some of those people are straight up. You can't even get a handshake. You get this, thanks, and they're right back to doing what they were doing. And it's like, wow, okay, nice to meet you too. And I just dropped $30-$40 on you, and that's what you give me as a fist bump and say, yeah, see you later.
Yeah.
Can't even personalize your thing. It's just.
My name.
Can you put my name on there?
It's my name, kind of.
Yeah, right. And like, can you put my name on there?
Yeah.
Or can you write? Hey, can you put a quote from the movie? What do you want?
Right.
Which one? I said that to who was it? And this isn't horror related, but I met Booger from Marriage of the Nerds. He was friendly. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I said to him, I said, "Can you put one of your quotes from the movie?" And he was like, "Which one were you thinking?" And I was like, "Honestly, dude, like they're all good." I was like, "What was one of your favorites?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to let you choose, man." I was like, "You know what?" I was like, "Let's do what the fuck is a frush?" And he was like, he had a big smile on his face and he signed a picture, to personalize it to me. What the fuck is a frush? And it was so cool, dude. Like, I met him and Ogre at the same time.
Well, that's like when I've met Vernon Wells.
Yeah, you said he was super cool.
First of all, I was at a convention and I wasn't a convention goer.
Right.
I was kind of like with my
You were
cousin,
kinda like
escorting him.
You were kind of like a vendor, basically.
The Erie Horror Film Festival. My cousin lived at the time. I don't know if he was back in Montana or not, but either way, not from over here.
Which
him and all the
cast.
cast.
Real quick, the Erie Horror Film Festival.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, but the guy who originated that actually just passed away a few months back.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is sad. His son, I don't know if his son's going to continue on with it eventually. But the originator of it, he passed away, which is actually sad because that was a fun convention.
That is.
It really was.
But anyway, so my cousin is a film producer, which we've talked about this.
Yeah. Find his movies on Tubi.
Bad Fritter Films. Check it out. They're great.
They're both on Tubi.
There is The Sighting.
Yes, definitely.
And The Triangle.
The Triangle, and they're both on Tubi, which is a free app.
I also have other films that he's done.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to let you watch these.
I need to watch both now that I have some free time.
Yeah.
Yes. And then again, they are on Tubi.
The Triangle is very, very psychologically scary.
The other one's a Bigfoot.
The other one's a Bigfoot, yes. And it's very Alfred Hitchcockian. So,
which I'm looking forward to
I
watching.
love Alfred Hitchcock.
Me too.
But anyway, so he comes here, obviously not from this area. He comes here with his three of his friends, so there's four of them, and I was their chauffeur to Erie from Cleveland because I was living in Cleveland. Nice. Drove to Erie. We got this hotel. Blah blah blah. Whatever. I got to get the backstage dealie, so I didn't have to pay to get in the convention.
And they showed movies in this place too, right?
The whole thing is like there's tables to meet people. This is where I met the girl who played Karen Carpenter from Living Dead.
Oh, Sharon Hill.
Yeah,
she
and the nurse zombie.
Ladies, yes, love that lady.
But anyway,
love her.
So. And they're playing movies the whole entire weekend, and it's all amateur movies.
The place was fucking nice.
Oh, it's a beautiful place.
So nice.
But anyway, so his table's right here because he was an honored guest because he had won like every award the first year that he ever went for the sighting when it was called Paper Dolls. Right next to us was Vernon Wells, and I talked with Vernon Wells.
If you don't know who Vernon Wells is,
watch
hit him up
Road Warrior.
Yeah.
He's been in so many.
He actually has a
B-list movies.
He's in one of the more memorable scenes of Weird Science. Yeah, do you remember that?
Sure.
You remember the movie Weird Science?
Yes, I know Weird Science.
Right. Do you remember he was one of those fucking Road Warrior guys?
Oh, okay.
As far as I remember, he was one of the dudes, wasn't he?
I didn't know that.
I could have sworn him and Michael Berryman.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, I swear.
But he's been in a ton of things, and he's like super nice. And I'm talking to him all weekend.
Yeah.
Talking about Australia because like I lived there, and he like congratulated me on getting out of there away from the crazy girls.
Well,
but my ex from Australia is
crazy girls are all over the world. People, they're not just in Australia.
Truth.
Everywhere.
Truth.
When you fear for your life,
if you don't have an ex-girlfriend or ex-wife of some sort, then you know that you haven't lived enough because there's plenty of crazy girls.
Listen, if you're lucky enough to walk out of high school and have that high school sweetheart that you married after high school and are still with today, God bless you, okay? If you're not, and you've taken the path of Kevin and I, who have had the psycho people in our lives,
too many.
God bless you again. We definitely, we're here for you, okay? We've been there, but they're everywhere.
If you need help, reach out.
The number across the screen.
1-800 Horror Guys Help.
Yeah, we will help you. We'll talk you through it because we've been there. Like, listen, when you fear for your life in the shower that it's going to happen, like the psycho shower scene, that's a psycho in your life.
I've been stabbed.
Wow.
I had a clock radio broken over my head.
Wow.
I had an ex knock me down the stairs and not break my wrist, but dislocate my wrist.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's just one of them. One of many stories.
Dude, I've been there, man. I've had my past. I will say that I'm happy now, and I'm proud to say that. But I've had my past.
Yep.
Just as you the same way.
Yep.
You know, and I think everybody feels that way.
Yeah.
Unless you're lucky enough, like we said, to go from that to now, and that's good. Good for you.
But so to continue on with that, everybody that met him that day, well, not just that day because it's a 3-day thing. He personalized everything.
That's cool.
He gave them quotes. He would draw like a fake map sometimes on his on his thing, cool, like man. You know, X and then the arrow and then a quote, you know, and stuff like that. And it's like these celebrities need to realize that like we are the people who make them celebrities.
Well, here's the thing: if you're a person that's been in a horror movie,
I was about to kick on. By the way.
Yeah, the when's the hell are coming? But if you've been in a horror movie, we're talking horror conventions. If you've been in a horror movie, and you know that if you sign on to do that convention, we're coming to see you. Especially if you're a Robert Englund or a Kane Hodder. Now,
those bigger named ones, like Robert Englund,
Robert Englund is one of the nicest people.
Yeah,
I only got
it's those like shitty ones that like the B-list movie
well,
I played.
I'll throw one at you. I'll throw one at you. Who is actually well known? Ken Foree.
Okay.
Ken Foree from Night of the Living Dead or Dawn of the Dead.
All right.
Devil's Rejects and countless other movies. Not the most pleasant person. He is all about that $30 that he wants out of your pocket. Yeah. So when I went to meet him and I got my Devil's Rejects poster signed, I laid the poster out and stuff, and he, before I even say anything to him, that'd be $30. Can you maybe like put a quote from the movie or something? No, it was, here's my name. I don't care about what your name is. And I need my $30, and that was it.
And that's sad.
It is sad.
That is sad.
It's very sad
because we are who makes them.
Yep.
Well, guys. Oh, before we say anything else, I forget what movie we were on. Oh, we were talking about the Halloween movies. We're fine. Both of us gave thumbs up for that.
For both of them.
It's a piss break time.
Yeah.
So you guys enjoy this Horror Guys commercial thingy, whatever we decide to put on.
Right.
So we'll be back.
Hey.
And we're back.
And it actually was a piss break for both of us.
Yeah.
And we have a guest. We should call her the horror dog.
The horror dog.
Sophie. Yes, she's with us because she doesn't want to be down there by herself.
And if you ever hear when we're talking, you hear a little like whimpering noise. We don't have somebody tied up.
Yeah, that's Sophie. That is.
Well, usually we don't have somebody tied up.
Well, there's been those a couple times.
We said we wouldn't talk about those.
I mean, where's Alan at? So I mean, it could be. Yeah.
Again, we said we wouldn't talk about those.
I'm sorry. It's just like Fight Club. First rules you don't talk about. Right.
And second rule, you don't talk about it.
Right.
So, all right. So let's just jump right back into this.
Yeah.
We're doing our upcoming movies, which a lot of these are really getting me excited.
Yes.
Here's one that I've heard about, rumors for a while. And again, there's still no official plot here. Hocus Pocus 2.
You know what? See this? I'm going to keep it up there.
I'm 100% with you. So, alright, so Hocus Pocus, I know we've talked about this on, it was on your list first. Yeah, and plus, I mean, there's other times I believe we've made references or even talked about it straight up. But, so Hocus Pocus has been, I was a little kid.
But 93, I think?
Yeah, I mean, that's 3rd grade for me.
Well, not for me, but we'll leave that go.
That was what, like,
yeah.
33rd grade for you?
Right, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I love that we tease you about this, but like you're like, what, like 4 years older than me?
Right.
Like, maybe 3.
What's funny is if that came out in 93,
I just look a lot better than you.
Oh, shit. If that came out in 93, like, I think it did, then I started wrestling 3 years later than that. I started wrestling training 3 years later than that. Like, that's scary, man. Jeez.
I'm kind of jealous I didn't get into wrestling training so young.
It was interesting, let me tell you.
But, fun story, he was on the first show I ever went to. First indie show I ever went to.
Yeah, that shows some age there, doesn't it? Yeah.
Again, you're not that much older than me.
Right.
It just, I had a late start.
Hocus Pocus 2.
Hocus Pocus 2. So,
we're getting Bette Midler.
There is a sequel book.
Yeah.
There's a book that's a sequel to it, and it actually says like the official sequel. Yeah. And it's called Witch Please.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Right. So what if that's Hocus Pocus 2, Witch Please? I can see that being. Yeah. Because it's going to go straight to Disney Plus.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure. I kind of hope not, because I'd love to see it in the theater.
I would too.
But I'm sure it's probably.
I'm not going to bitch about watching it at home.
No, not at all.
To Disney Plus. But we're getting Bette Midler. We're getting Sarah Jessica Parker.
My sister.
And we're getting, why can I not think of her name right? Kathy Najimy. So we're getting all 3 original Sanderson sisters.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's talk of bringing back Danny.
There's also, which was
recently
Thora Birch, which
she was
like
on
one of my
Walking
first
Dead.
crushes.
Really?
Yep, Thora Birch.
If you saw her on The Walking Dead, you would not think that way.
Oh.
Boy, they made her look ugly on that show.
I'm sure she still looks okay.
I mean, you can tell that she's still a cute girl, but they made her look really bad on The Walking Dead. Just saying.
But the other thing I heard is that Binks is a cat again, which is the only thing that throws me off, because like he got to become human spirit again.
That's true.
So the only thing I can think of is that they like kind of like summon his spirit back to help them because of all this, and it gets stuck in the cat again.
And that could be. Yeah. It makes sense. Are we gonna get? Was it Billy? We're gonna get him back again, I hope.
I love Billy.
Billy was cool. Man.
Yeah,
you gotta kind of have. Yeah, you gotta kind of have Billy. Man.
But and I know it's not horror, but it's like horror-esque because of the concept of it. I mean, there's zombie and witches and Hell's Night and all that other stuff.
I would love to see that come out within the next year.
Yeah, because here's the thing: is I've heard about this coming out for 2 years now.
It's been longer than that too. Yeah.
Oh man.
Because they talked about it,
and there was even like a teaser poster of like the Three Sisters' feet standing in New York City. And, but I mean, like whoever made that poster, they did a phenomenal job because it looked like a real poster.
Yeah. So, the saddest part is we talked about this too, with everything being shut down right now. It's shutting down. Movie productions are shutting down. TV show productions.
So these rumored ones or whatever
could be even longer now. Because Stranger Things got shut down. The production on that got shut down. So your season 4 of Stranger Things is going to probably take even longer now to come out because of everything that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Which is sad because it's shutting down a lot of, and on the it is shutting down things, and on the up note, like we talked about earlier, a lot of companies are putting their movies out on VOD a lot earlier than they would.
Which I'm fine with that.
Right.
Because
I think there's a movie
honestly, I'll see more movies that way than I will
and I would
going
too.
to the theater.
And I would too. But that Vin Diesel movie that's coming out, Bloodshot, I think it came out, and it's literally coming out on VOD.
Bloodshot?
Bloodshot, I think it's called, right? And it comes out on VOD Tuesday, which is tomorrow, which...
Oh, that's kind of
when we actually post this, it'll probably be after that. But still, it comes out on VOD as of tomorrow. It literally lasted in the theater 1 week. So I mean, that's
sad.
That's pushing it, man. I mean, that's unheard of.
Yeah.
Movies take usually 3 months roughly from release date to DVD date.
Right.
And now we're talking literally a week.
Yeah.
Stuff that hasn't even had a chance to make their money back that they spent on it, which is either gonna. It's going to hurt some
productions. The price tag again is $20 for home, so they're going to make some of their money back. It's just not the same as it being in the theater.
Not at all.
So
Hocus Pocus thumbs up, huge thumbs up.
100%.
I cannot wait for that. Actually,
I'd be disappointed.
For that.
I'll be disappointed if it doesn't
Me
do
too.
decent.
It would have to.
Yeah.
Even if it went straight to Disney Plus, I think it would skyrocket on there too, man.
All right, so this one is a sequel to one I haven't seen.
All right.
But I remember the previews for it and it looked creepy as hell.
Okay.
Mama 2.
Okay, I would tell you that Mama, the original movie, fucking sucked.
Did it? It looked creepy. That was the one with the 2 girls that were found in the woods.
Yeah.
Right? And they were like kind of like ravenous almost.
Right, and then they were scared because Mama obviously was coming back
for
all
them.
that shit. But here's the biggest problem with that movie. When you finally saw Mama, she was CGI as fuck. And she was not by any means anything that looked... It was bad. I'm just going to leave it at that. It was bad. I did not like the first one. I probably... Let's face it, I'm going to watch the second one just because it's out eventually. But I don't have high hopes for it because of the first one. So for me, it's a...
Again, because I never saw the first one, I'm just going to have to go straight here.
And I respect that.
Because maybe when I see the first one, I'll have a better opinion. But here, it's
trust me, after you see that first one, it's going to be down here. I'm just saying. Yeah, I was not a fan, man. I can't now.
Alright, so now the next one, and I'm actually excited for this, Silent Hill 3.
I loved the first Silent Hill.
First Silent Hill was great. The video games are amazing.
Man, and Kurt touched on these. When we talked about our horror video games, Kurt's like aficionado.
Well, and even better with the newer ones, they like have you answer questions and whatever to like psychologically build it around what bothers you the most.
Nice.
So like
that actually happens during the game?
Yeah, so like for example, and I can't remember which one it was. I remember
if I said I was
having
afraid of spiders,
yeah,
that would be in the game.
Spiders would be in the game.
Wow, okay. Which is legit. I can't stand spiders. Can't stand them.
It's true. He thought I stepped on one when we walked in.
Yeah, I really did. I was like, dude, is that a
it.
spider under your foot? He's like, if it is now, it's dead. Okay, but it wasn't there, though. That's the thing. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But the movies were... the first one especially was really good. The second one I'm not even complaining about because I enjoyed the second one.
No, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't as good as the first one.
Right, and that's a lot of the sequels. You never make it as good as the first. And I hate that they make so many sequels to movies because it's like
hard to get a very good, acceptable sequel.
Right.
I'm going to say this, and I know you know right where I'm going. Halloween 2.
Yeah.
Halloween 78, Halloween 2 was a great sequel.
Right.
People have problems with it.
Because again, like we were just talking about, it is not a sequel, it is a continuation.
Yeah, it's the same
of the exact same situation.
Did it happen years later as far
and
as
they
filming?
didn't change and they really didn't change anything though either. Like they didn't like the characters didn't become funny or soft or blah, blah, blah.
No,
they just
was
kept everybody as they were.
Yeah, only difference was Dr. Loomis is a little bit greater. From 78 to the same night in 81. But still, he was a little bit grayer. That was the only difference. Then again, so am I right now, so we're going to let that go.
Yeah. But, so Silent Hill 3, because I like the original, I even enjoyed the second one, and I like the video games, definitely gets a thumbs up for me.
I'd be cool with seeing a third one. Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
Why don't we do this thumbs up thing more often?
I like it.
Yeah,
we should do this on everything we talk about, basically.
Yeah.
Like, we like this movie? Nope, ain't that.
Yeah. Alright.
We're like the Siskel and Ebert of the horror guys right now.
I'm in.
They didn't like anything, though.
Yeah.
But we've actually liked
you might have gotten one thumbs up and one thumbs down, but it is hard to get two
Those
thumbs
guys
up.
hated horror movies. Literally just hated horror movies. I think they liked Halloween, and other than that, they hated everything else. Couldn't stand horror movies.
They didn't know what they were missing.
They sure didn't.
This one is kind of funny to me.
Alright.
Especially because I didn't know there was a second one, and this is the third one.
Okay.
Tales from the Hood 3.
Okay. Now, I love the original Tales from the Hood. Again, it's one of those movies that's
so weird, but good. And
one of my favorite...
Eerie, creepy, but not scary.
So Clarence Williams III, who plays the, what do you want to call him, the funeral parlor guy, basically. My favorite part of that entire movie is when he, out of the different variations that he says, the shit. So he'd be like, hey man, we want the shit. Oh, you want the shit. Oh, you're going to get the shit. You'll be knee deep in the shit. That was the best part of that entire movie, right?
All right.
And then in the end, when he does the whole, welcome to hell, motherfuckers. And he has the snake tongue come out, and his clothes fly off, and he's the devil, right?
Yeah.
The second one, so no Clarence Williams III. You now have Keith David, who again, Now, if you're talking horror movies,
did he play the same character?
He did play the same character, yes. But Keith.
Because I was going to say, this does say a new set of tales told by host Mr. Sims.
Okay, so now Mr. Sims is there's Clarence Williams III's character, but Keith David takes over in the second one. Now he does stress the word "the shit" numerous times, but it's not Clarence Williams III. Just saying. But it was fun. It was entertaining. It was not as good as the original, but it had some. I'll say this, and I don't want to say this to make anybody mad, but it was teetering on a very racist, a little bit of racist topics, man, which kind of made people uncomfortable in some cases, but it wasn't a terrible addition to the series, I guess. Making a third one, okay, as long as you keep. If you're going to replace Clarence Williams and you're going to put Keith David in, bring him back for the third one, though. Respectively, just at least bring him back for that.
Yeah.
It'll probably be just as bad as the second one in some cases, but
it is what
it keeps the Tales from the Hood series alive, I guess. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Which is interesting.
And it's an anthology, which I do enjoy.
Yeah.
So,
I never saw the second series, so I don't know, but
I'm going to go here. I'm going to go.
That's
I'm kind of teetering.
That's fair.
Because I love the original. The second one was, so I'm going to go right here on the third one.
I'm right there with you.
I'll watch it, but I'm still here until I see it. I'll
That's
put it that
fair.
way.
All right, this one I'm excited for. Netflix movie, The Babysitter. This is a sequel to it,
the first
and
one.
there is actually a plot to this.
Oh, please hit me with that.
2 years after defeating a satanic cult led by the babysitter, B, babysitter was named B.
Yes.
Cole's trying to forget his past and focus on surviving high school. But when old enemies unexpectedly return, Cole will once again have to outsmart the forces of evil.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that the babysitter returns, even though she died.
But then she was gone, though, at the end.
Yeah,
So
that's why it died.
Right.
In the classic,
that was a good,
classic horror slasher style.
Now, there's sometimes when Netflix will put out movies and you think, ugh. And it's horror, too. Horror comedy, because that was kind of comedy, too. There's one that just came out. It's been out for a while now, but it just hit Shudder, which I am doing the 30-day free trial on right now, which I really enjoy, by the way. It's called Satanic Panic, which is kind of similar to a babysitter-esque type of movie.
Okay.
Decent, a little weird, but decent. But Babysitter was a fun movie. I'd actually like to see a sequel of that, and I hope that we get that. Is there any kind of date pending on that or anything?
Nothing.
Okay.
But the fact that there's a full plot makes me hopeful that it's coming out either this year or sometime, hopefully early next year.
To come out in October.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, that's when the original one came out, was in October. Yeah.
That'd be a fun one.
So, for that one,
I'm going to go thumbs up on that.
100%.
I like the first one. Yeah, I'd like to see a sequel.
This one I'm super excited about, too.
All right.
Trick or Treat 2.
Okay, now that's been talked about for several years. Is there a plot on there yet, though?
All it says is, much like the first, it'll likely... excuse me. Much like the first, it'll likely tell a bunch of semi-connected stories during Halloween. Okay. That is as far as the plot goes.
So we'll probably get Sam again, which can be played by anybody at this point, because obviously the original person who played him is now a full-grown man.
Yeah. But it doesn't really matter, because, I mean, the character of Sam, you never actually see him like a face. It's like his deflated pumpkin look.
Right. He's like the Crypt Keeper. He can come back and tell the stories, obviously.
And he doesn't even really tell the story. He's just kind of there.
He's connected in everything that they do, which is really cool. That's one of those movies where I always tell people that if you watch Trick or Treat, and if they say they didn't like it, I come back and say, did you really pay attention to it, though? Because you have to pay attention, because everything ties in together.
Yeah.
There's always something that comes full circle in that movie. And if you don't fully pay attention to that one, that's the only reason why you don't like it.
Yeah.
You'd be sitting there going, oh, that didn't make any sense.
I enjoyed it.
Watch it, though.
I definitely 100% enjoyed it.
For a sequel, thumbs up for sure.
Agreed. Especially because with movies like this, they can basically do anything, because it's an anthology.
Yeah.
They can do multiple stories.
Yep.
And you might have one story that's better than another, or one story that's worse than others. But at the end of it all,
that's every anthology, though.
Yeah. At the end of it all, you got 3, 4, 5 stories out of it that were like. And again, tied together, as long as they continue to do that.
And that's how your anthologies normally run. They have Your different moves, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 stories.
Yeah.
But there's that beginning and there's that end that ties everything together. Except for like ABCs of Death.
Yeah.
Which those were like little short.
Yeah.
And those movies were interesting. Did you ever see those ones?
Let me rephrase this. I never saw them because I wasn't interested.
Okay, I got you.
But I know exactly what they are.
So yeah, they start from A all the way to Z, and each one is a different story, and they all have like, so A would be like I don't know, we'll just say Alpha, and that would be the story, but they're all like very short, maybe 4 to 6 minutes. Some of them are a little bit longer. There's a couple claymation ones, there's animation ones, there's but they're all related around something horror-esque,
Yeah.
very, very different, and they're by different directors for basically each short. So it's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
I can get into that.
I think you would.
I think I
you would
might
like some,
enjoy
but
it.
you wouldn't like.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like others.
Yeah,
but
that's
there'd
fair.
be some where you'd go, all right, that was cool shit.
Yeah.
Then you watch the next one and go, okay, that was kind of iffy. But dude, you got from A to Z.
Yeah.
So you're gonna like something in between.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're fun.
So we got 2 more left.
All right.
That I'm going to go through. I could go through 3.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Hey,
but
so
one of
what
them
do you
is
think? Wanna go
100% not horror movie whatsoever.
That's all right. Let's go for it.
All right. So we'll go with the 100% not horror movie. And I don't know why it's on here, but Venom 2, which is a Marvel movie.
You know what? For some reason, they classify that as horror.
Yeah.
I don't.
And I get it, it's sci-fi-y.
Right.
But it's
right.
not horror, it's a comic book.
I've only seen bits and pieces of the first one. When I saw it, I enjoyed.
And, for what it was, I really enjoyed it. I was expecting it to be pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it was actually really
What was that?
Oh, wait, you know what?
Thomas
Yeah, we
Jane
did.
played. Is that his name? Thomas Jane? Or something
I don't
like that?
remember his name.
Plays Venom.
Yeah. For what it was, I thought it was good. I'm interested to see, because I do know that they're bringing Carnage into this one, which is my favorite Marvel supervillain.
All right, I'm cool with that.
And I'm interested to see how Woody Harrelson handles that, because he is the one who plays Carnage.
Okay. That does make it kind of interesting.
He's an interesting character, and I mean, like,
he can
for
be
example,
serious.
with Zombieland, I liked him as in Zombieland, but Zombieland is a comedy, and I see him more as a comedy actor.
Absolutely.
So
even something that's a little more serious, that makes it intriguing.
But sure. The character of Carnage, the person that he possesses, is insane.
Okay.
Basically, mentally unstable murderer.
All right, now you know what I can relate to that though. Natural Born Killers, where he played more of he was kind of a killer in that movie. Him and was it Juliette Lewis on that killing spree?
I hate to say this, but I did not care for that.
You didn't like the way he played that character though.
I did not.
Now, do you think he'll incorporate some of that into Carnage though?
Probably.
Yeah, that's what I kind of relate that to though.
I hope what he does is watches Heath Ledger's version of the Joker, and uses some of that without stealing it, though.
Okay.
Because, I mean, if you want to compare universes for comic books, and I know this is, again, not technically horror, but Carnage is the Joker version for the Marvel universe.
Okay.
So if he can get that psychoticness, but make it his own, I think he could do decent.
For me, I'd say thumbs up on that.
Even
without seeing the full first movie.
Just because the whole Carnage thing and Venom series and all that, those are my favorite versions of all that.
On that. So. I need to actually sit and watch the first one.
All right. No.
All the way through.
Yes, you do.
I know.
100%.
I know, I need to.
Now, this one, I've been hearing forever that it was going to be a remake. Or not a remake, a sequel.
All right.
And I'm waiting, and I'm not going to hold my breath.
Okay.
But I've been waiting. Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, yeah. 2. This has been one. Yeah, dude, I love the original Tucker.
Years. It is one of my favorite comedy horror movies.
That is the ultimate horror comedy, for sure. But a sequel, and I know that both actors, was it Tyler Labine and what's the other guy's name? Oh, shit. He played Steve the Pirate in Dodgeball.
Yeah.
But no, man. They both have talked about it. Like, they said they really want to do it for the fans.
Yeah.
Like, they both want to do it.
Well,
but it's always been a time thing.
And here's the thing is, like, that movie was so good.
Yeah.
like the concept behind it was so good, and like the ending, like twisting and whatever.
Yeah.
And like just like the miscalculations on both like the college kids' parts and Tucker and Dale's part.
That was on your list, wasn't it?
It is. Oh yeah, it's always on my Halloween list. It will be hard to make a sequel without losing the quality from the first one.
I agree. It would have to be really good.
They're gonna have to like. It's gonna have to be something like, you know, they decide to go on a real vacation somewhere, and like almost like the hotel seems like it's being overrun with zombies or something, and it's completely miscommunication type thing, and they're not zombies actually. They're like filming a movie somewhere, and they just see the zombies or something, you know. And so then there's like the crazy hillbillies again with like the zombie character or something, you know. But like they can't run the same plot. And that's the thing, is like it's going to be hard to come up with a plot for this.
For a sequel, though, I gotta go thumbs up because I really enjoyed.
Just because I know it's still going to have funny moments in it, and it's going to have like insane deaths, like the wood chipper.
No, wood chipper. That is the death of the movie.
But until I know for sure that it's a for sure thing, I'm still going to go thumbs up.
I would say if it's going to happen, it needs to happen within at least the next year or two.
Yeah,
or
because otherwise it might lose its momentum.
Which is sad, man. When something comes out and it's got so much steam, and then you wait 10 years. Look at Zombieland. It was 10 years later they made Zombieland 2.
And the movie was horrible.
It was not as. It was nowhere near as good as the first one.
It was
nowhere
decent,
near,
but it was not a good movie.
Decent is a good word for it.
It was
because it was nowhere near.
Yeah.
It does not touch the first one by any means.
So the last one on our list,
all right,
and this is appropriate because it's a genre that we both like.
Okay.
World War Z 2.
You know, I've never seen the first one.
Oh my god, you gotta see it.
I know, I never watched that first one.
These are like zombies on crack.
Oh, I've heard
like they are
climbing
fast. They're climbing. They mutilate. They're
those are the zombies we don't want right now. If that happens, just saying.
When you first see the zombies, they are just like out of their mind. It is insane. These are. This is a movie you need to see.
No, I do. I need
because
to watch
I know you're a zombie fan.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the book, and I will say the movie is great.
Yeah.
The book was 10 times better.
Okay. Did it relate a lot to the book though? In some ways,
they changed a lot of it.
Which is like every.
It's
movie.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Look at.
Because it was still. If they would have called it anything other than World War Z.
Yeah.
And didn't get people's hopes up that it was going to be like the book. Right. It would have been a phenomenal movie in everybody's eyes. Just call it like Zombie Day or something. You know.
At Stephen King's books to movies. A lot of differences. Man.
But I mean, at the same time, Stephen King put so much into his books; it's hard to keep them.
Shit. If you made movies based off his books, they're probably like 8-hour movies. And so, well, look at what was it? The Stand was like a 4-hour. 2-part movie, wasn't it? I believe. Or Rose Red was a 2-part movie.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of that stuff.
There's Rose Red, and then there was
It was a 2-part
two-parter. But what was the sequel to Rose Red? Now I can't remember. Or there might have been a prequel to Rose Red.
There wasn't like the Needful Things series, was it?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
But anyway, but yeah, just and I'm not a huge Brad Pitt fan. I like him,
right?
And I never think anything he does
is he come back for the sequel though?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Okay.
He did make it out in the original. Sorry, you spoiled that a little bit.
No, that's cool. I just wondered if he's somebody you think would come back for a sequel though.
Wait. Now I'm trying to remember. Did he make it out? I'm pretty sure he made it out. It's been a while since I
feel like if you're gonna make that movie, though, you kind of have to have that big actor attached to it, though. You know.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like like I said, I'm pretty sure he made it out.
Right.
Don't quote me on that. But if he didn't, then they need to come up with another big actor to like really play that role. But he played the hell of that role.
Well, I'll say this: based on your reaction to it, even though I haven't seen it, I'll give it a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Because I want to see the first one, and then I want to see.
Not only that, but it's a zombie movie.
Right.
I have a hard time disliking any zombie movies, even cheesy ass ones.
Yeah, because sometimes they're so cheesy they're good.
What's one? Brains.
Yeah.
Where it's like.
Yep.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I know exactly what
but
you're
it was
talking
good.
about. Yep.
And then Cooties.
Yes, that was a fun movie.
It was a fun movie, but it was so cheesy.
Dude, Elijah Wood, who has done some of the most serious type movies.
The Hobbit series, right. Or not the Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings series.
Yeah. And then he jumped into Maniac, and it was good. Then he jumped into Cooties, and it was good. And his horror movies that he's affiliated with,
and there's a podcast that I really really like, the No Sleep podcast.
Okay.
He did there's one or two. episodes on that.
Nice.
He was a voiceover on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. He really has stepped
Which,
in.
if you
His
guys want
movies are
horror
fun.
podcast, I definitely 100% recommend No Sleep Podcast. Start with season 1. You won't be disappointed. There's maybe a handful in season 1 and season 2 where the voiceovers or the narrators are not the best.
Right.
But then as you get into season 3 on, it's phenomenal.
Nice. So if you
And
fell asleep on us.
And it gets creepy.
Queens of NC-17 is a fun one too.
Okay.
I find them on iHeartRadio.
I'll have to definitely.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. There's 3 ladies. They talk about various horror movies and shit. They're just fun, man.
Yeah.
There are a lot of good times on that one.
Right.
I used to listen to that when I work out and stuff.
Nice.
I miss the gym, by the way. Just saying. So let me ask this question because I know we touched on it a little bit earlier before we close up shop here. But how many movies are going to come out by the end of this year into next year based on this virus going on right now?
Well, you already mentioned one.
Right, and that's coming out fast track.
Right.
Huge.
And I mean, considering that this is going to be in history books at some point, I mean,
absolutely, man.
Honestly, I would be surprised if it's not even just the next year or two. It's going to be
the next couple.
Yeah. And then
your next big zombie
and give it like another 10 years, and we're going to have a huge movie based off of
Yeah.
not even zombie movie, but we're going to get like movies about families who are forced into quarantine, isolation, and snapped, and like the mom killed everybody in the household or something. You know, there's so much you could do with this, and I mean, and you can even just do a historic movie about it where it's like the whole horror of the
There's going to be
virus.
documentaries about stuff like this down the road. This is like we said.
It's gonna take off, and there'll be a whole coronavirus genre.
Absolutely.
Like, and if we're still doing this in 2 years,
we will be.
We'll have a whole coronavirus episode. I'm sure,
because this shit is real and it's happening.
Oh shoot! I wasn't supposed to say that.
Virus.
Just bleep me, okay?
Virus.
Just a whole virus.
Don't mess with our video, dude. Come on.
Like,
I know that. Listen, they put the governor's speeches on and the president's speeches on YouTube, and they both say it. So let us go. It's okay.
We're not like fantasizing this, and we're not making up false information about it.
No.
We're just making
talking
reference
about
to
it
the
in general.
fact that
what is going on
we
in the world
think
right now.
there will probably be movies about it. There will be books about it. There will be well, we already know there's going to be at least one.
Can you think about that? Like when we went to school and stuff, and we read stuff in our history books and stuff. And then the next,
I never thought we'd have history in our lifetime. Like we've
a lot.
Yeah.
We lived through, and again, not being funny, we lived through the first black president.
Yeah.
That's not in the history.
We lived through 9/11.
Yeah.
Like the first, like,
we lived through,
I shouldn't say the first, because Pearl Harbor was like the first terrorist attack on homeland, but then 9/11 was really only the second one.
Yeah. I mean, we lived through a lot of stuff that's now in the history books now. In the next year or two, this situation will now be in the history books that these kids will be learning about. And we lived through that, and it's the weirdest thing, man. Because
I'm telling my kids it was a zombie apocalypse, and we all survived.
You know what? You might as well.
I'm going to tell them to watch Resident Evil and be like, "Look, this is what happened. This is real life."
If you've seen the Michael Myers in quarantine video that's posted on the Horror Guys Facebook page, you know that I ended it with 4 simple things. It was stay healthy, stay safe, quit panic buying. It's ridiculous.
Please
stop it.
There's no point to have 57 rolls of toilet paper at your house.
This man works in a store where there is literally bare shelves. I saw it on video.
I showed him.
It's disgusting, actually. Stop doing that.
Like, there's no reason that you want to stockpile food. I understand that too, but like, why is all the meat bought? That stuff is going to go bad soon.
Absolutely.
Like, you have a week.
Only freeze it for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, guys.
Like, if you're going to stockpile food, get canned goods and non-perishables, and we replenish those regularly.
Right. And the last thing was obviously wash your fucking hands.
Yes.
You know, keep safe.
Wash your fucking hands.
Oh! He touched me again. I got the
virus.
There it is. Yeah. So we will be back next time with who knows with what. We got this out of our system. We kind of went all over the place.
Yep.
So
we just needed something to clear our minds and hopefully distract you guys too.
A lot of us are stuck, man. We're stuck. We're out of our normal life pattern, man. Like we wrestle and we cannot do that anymore right now. We haven't been able to for over a month, and we don't know how much longer it's going to be like that. So we're looking maybe 2-3 months of not being able to do something that we thoroughly enjoy.
Love.
You know?
Love and hate at the same time. But that's for another story.
You know, so you're being taken out of a pattern of life that all of a sudden where it's just kind of ripped out from you. So this right here was just, man, sometimes you let your frustrations go. You do it in the form of this.
And we hope that it distracted you.
Yeah.
We hope that it gave you guys some laughs,
Absolutely.
something to look forward to with the new movies that we talked about.
If you're bored in certain spots, hit the fast forward button and keep watching because it's going to get better. But yeah,
we probably should put that at the beginning.
Yeah, we probably should. You know what? Maybe I'll put a little disclaimer.
Fast forward to the end and then go back.
Right, exactly. But we will be back with something. We don't know what yet. It'll probably be. Man, we have various topics. Me and Alan talked about this too. So it's either going to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or we're going to talk about anthology.
I better be here for Texas Chainsaw
Oh,
Massacre.
Absolutely. I mean, you're Leatherface of this group, man. I'm Michael Myers. You're Leatherface, and that's how.
Who's Alan?
Alan is.
I see him as American Psycho.
He's more of a Hannibal Lecter type. He's smart. He's got that intelligence to him, but he may eat you with a nice Chianti and a farmer bean thing. Because he might do that. I'm just saying.
Chianti and
a little farmer bean. I'm just saying. Sorry, Alan. I'm just saying. If I'm Michael and he's Leatherface, damn it, you're Hannibal Lecter. Not Buffalo Bill, but Hannibal Lecter.
No, he's definitely Buffalo
and Sophie's
Bill.
more of a. What would Sophie be? She's kind of calm,
Cujo.
cool, collected. Cujo.
She's
the
only dog I can think of. She's Cujo.
I think she slept through some of this, so actually, no, I don't know if she'd be Cujo. But yeah, we'll be back with something, man. We'll be back with. I think we got vampires too.
We got some
vampire episode.
We definitely 100% have some cool things coming up.
Yeah.
And I know we don't really have a skit right now.
We don't.
But we'll have skits for you guys.
We have some stuff up.
Stuff to look forward to.
Michael Myers quarantine. We got Halloween quarantine coming up soon. Michael Myers going shopping during the whole pandemic thing, which is pretty funny.
And we talked about a Leatherface Michael Myers crossover again, which we've done before.
It's coming. There's
but
more
it'll be
coming.
more fun.
Oh yeah, we both have TikTok now too, so look out. Just saying,
Sorry,
you're gonna get hit with those too. Sorry about that, but they're coming.
Sorry a lot.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I have to say this because I was watching this video. So Madison tells me you need to get TikTok, Dad, and I'm like, okay, but all right. So I'm watching this video. It's just randomly going through Facebook, and this video pops up, and this guy is standing there and he's dancing, and a little boy goes, "Stop! You are 38 years old. Why do you need a TikTok? We can't have nothing. That's why you shouldn't have this." And I'm like, I'm that guy. But my daughter told me to get it, so I got it. And who knows what the hell's going to pop up on that thing.
Yeah, I feel sorry for you guys.
At Bouncer1014.
Real Kid Page.
Look us up on TikTok.
That's my everything. So, like, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, and Snapchat is just Kid Page.
Yeah, so Snapchat.
P-A-I-G-E, by the way, not that stupid P-A-G-E.
You can find me on Snapchat at Bounce to the Ounce, right?
Bounce to the Ounce.
Same thing for Instagram. Facebook, you can find us, Horror Guys. Facebook.com/Horror Guys. Look us up, and we will be back with something.
All right, I'm gonna go out there.
Oh, I don't think we've reached that part in the world yet. Is it time for? Like, do you need that kind of defense right now? Like,
I mean, I didn't say there was zombies I had to take care of.
I mean, you said you were going out in the world like that, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got business to take care of.
I'll be back. He might not be back, but Sophie will be in. We'll see you next time. Hopefully. Oh boy. Hopefully we'll see you next time.